But Carole, the thing with Carole, once you get in a room with Carole, well, back then anyway, before I was even in her band, once you got in a room with her, it was just like you were talking to your sister. Mm-hmm. You forgot who she was. This is a living legend because she was so sweet. So we used to go up to her house in Idaho. And, she used to get out with her boots on and go get vegetables from her garden and just like a normal person.
Yeah. Well, she is a normal person.
Normal person.
With a very unnormal talent.
Boy, some of them. And what's so funny is when she first handed me the set list for her show, when we first started touring, I knew almost every song. I was like, oh my God, you wrote that too? Did you write that one too?
Yeah.
And my wife used to work. I know I'm not going to tell you anything odd, but my wife used to work for her in the office, and she comes home one day and she goes, hey, I just saw one of Carole's royalty checks, quarterly checks.
Yeah.
So she goes, need I say more?
As it should be.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Because, if she's not getting that money, somebody else
is. And for a while, somebody else did, yeah.
That's her money.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
That's the power of a song, man.
Absolutely.
And a song that she's written probably when she was 15 or 16 that is still generating money these days.
Yeah, but it's her intellectual property.
Yeah.
And she must be rewarded because that money is not just for you, it's for your kids.
Right.
Or if you're philanthropic, that goes to charities, because all of the musicians that I know, artists, songwriters, are very giving.
Yeah, well, most of the ones I know are
very giving, which is one of I don't want to get off the subject because I want to go back to finish off a little bit of the Carole King of your Carole King period. But the reason why we're here together, we're in Calgary doing our annual benevolent artist national charity event for the Canadian. The NMC, the National Music Center,
which is an amazing.
It's amazing.
If any of your listeners are ever in Calgary, they absolutely must come and see this building and go to the museum.
Yeah,
because the museum is really beautiful and it's got some amazing. It's got Tonto.
Yeah, Tonto.
They have
Stevie Wonder's
keyboard. Tonto.
Yeah, among so many industries, priceless. As a matter of fact, yesterday we were visiting it, and I'm actually in this event we're doing this tomorrow, Saturday. We have 3 members, including myself, of the Guess Who.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and Guess Who being a Canadian iconic band, there's instruments, and one of them is the actual guitar that Randy Bachman played on American Woman.
Well, the one with the Bixby?
The one with the Bixby, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the actual guitar.
That's the American Woman guitar?
Yeah. It's a 57.
It looked odd with the Bixby. We were talking about that going, man, the Bixby looks odd on that guitar.
Yeah.
But I didn't even realize that was the American Woman guitar. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was it. So, it's very precious museum.
Oh yeah.
So many iconic instruments.
Yeah. And they were nice enough to enter into the Sass Jordan jacket.
That's right, Sass. Yes, Sass got inducted.
Yeah, she got
officially
inducted.
to the
nice.
Because it's kind of like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame of Canada.
Sure.
It just happens to be in Calgary.
There's a lot of artists.
Yes,
a lot of artists up here.
And our bank, charity raises $1 million every year, from one single event.
That's right.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, when you think about what we're doing, we're just all we're doing is playing, and people are and they're investing their money into this building and the whole organization.
Yes,
and we play in that the Eddie,
the King Eddie,
which is an old blues club that they refurbished.
No, it's an old blues club, but it houses.
What does it house?
The Rolling Stones mobile truck.
Unbelievable. And should we tell them the story?
Yeah, tell them the story.
The first year that we do the show, I'm blown away that because you can go in and you can visit the truck. There's an actual guy in there. We
actually have gotten to record in there.
Yeah, there's a guy you can record in it, and he keeps the truck maintained. But they had backed the truck in, and then they walled it in, and you can see it from the street, but you can't really drive it anywhere. So the truck is there, and you can see it while you're playing on stage. So the first song that we're going to open up the evening with this big event is Smoke on the Water, because Smoke on the Water was recorded in this truck. And I get ready to play, and I get ready to sing. We go with the song, and for the life of me, I couldn't remember the first line. And now how many people, everybody and their mother knows, we all came out to Montreux, right? And I lean over to Brent Fitz, who's playing bass at the time, and go, what's the first line? He goes, of what? I go, Smoke in the Water. He goes, are you kidding? I go, no, I'm drawing a blank. And he goes, we all came. I said, I got it. Okay. And then we were off and running. I was so overwhelmed by the fact that we were playing a song that was recorded in the truck that was no more than 50 feet away.
And the truck is in the lyric.
The truck is in the lyric. It's in the lyric. And I'm going, I can't. I just drew a blank. I was just so overwhelmed. Yeah. And once he got it. Once I got it, it's like it was fine. But that just goes to show you that just your mind can just turn off because of being overwhelmed like that.
Absolutely. I've seen videos. Going back to the Carole King band that you were part of. You guys rocked.
Oh, shoot.
There's videos on YouTube that you can actually watch.
Yeah. There's a live in Connecticut.
Carole King was like on top of the piano.
Jumping. Oh, yeah. She was really much into that. Yeah.
It was a real rock band. One of the members
Jerry Angel playing drums.
Paul Hip, that's right.
Paul Hip, who actually has Pelfrey on sax.
Now, you've done... Paul Hip is a musician slash actor. As a matter of fact, he won the Tony for his portrayal of Buddy Holly
on Broadway.
On Broadway.
He does an amazing job. He did an amazing job.
Yeah. One time, I was doing a China club. Right? And I had just worked with Paul on a Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, right.
He was in it along with my other friend, Yul Vasquez, who's also a guitar player, musician, turned actor.
Right.
So William Friedkin directed the episode. It's On a Dead Man's Chest. And our band was...
On a dead man's chest.
On a dead man's chest.
Chest meaning... Chest, not a pirate's chest.
No, that you actually
on a dead man's chest.
Because it's based on the story is there's the singer Yule has a tattoo of this lady that comes alive and talks to him and tells him to do very bad things, and one of them is to kill the wife of the guitar player. Typical band problem.
And then they dress you up like they think rock stars look, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, it was done really well. And the other member of the group is Richard Danielson, who is the drummer in Vintage Trouble.
Oh, Vintage Trouble. Oh,
yeah, okay. Who I was playing with at the time with John Five. Before he had a number, John Lowry.
John Lowry.
Yeah, we had a band called Sun King. And
that was the band.
That was the band.
The show.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's the band that we had. But we used Richard, myself in the band.
Oh, okay.
And Paul Hip and Yul Vasquez, and we made Exorcist. Because Friedkin owns the name.
Was that the name of the band?
The brand, yeah.
Okay, so the band in the show was called Exorcist.
Posters.
Okay.
I got posters of us, that we shot for the actual show.
You should take a picture of that and send it to me, so I have a copy of it.
I will. So, anyways, we are back to the China Club. I'm in the China Club, and guess?
Oh, that's where you shot it.
No. We shot the episode at a soundstage in Van Nuys. Now, this is what happened. Ricky Rackman was asked by William Friedkin, listen, can we use the Cat Club to shoot this? And he goes, well, if you do, I gotta be in the episode. Right. I gotta play the club manager. And he says, no, we got Greg Allman doing that part. I want Greg to do it. And Ricky goes, well, that's it. You can't have it. So he said, screw you. They rebuilt
the whole Cat Club
inside of the soundstage.
There you go.
Exactly. Down to the phone booth.
Really?
The payphone.
Sure. Now, the Cat Club, that's the same Cat Club that movie was made in. There was a disco movie that was made at that Cat. The one on La Cienega, right?
Yeah. Was that Car Wash? No. That was before Cat Club.
No. But 70s. It was a disco movie. But anyway, let's not digress. But yeah.
So going back to that, so we are at China Club and we're jamming. Paul's on stage, and guess who gets up on stage? The guy who played Buddy Holly in the movie.
He used to come out at the Buddy Holly. I know who you're talking about.
Him.
He came to the show.
No, he got up on stage.
Oh, he got up on stage.
Yeah, so both Paul and him are doing Buddy Holly. It was like dueling Buddy Holly.
Really?
Yeah, the guy who won the Tony on stage for portraying Buddy Holly, and then you have the guy who did the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
His son.
I know his son is an actor.
His son was in the movie with Foster, Jodie Foster, about the spaceman. The spaceman. He played like an ethereal guy, and he was strapped with bombs, and he blew himself up. Right. That's
okay. So this shows how old we are because we can't remember
names.
But it's that guy.
That guy. He's a famous actor.
I know he is. Yeah,
he was on The Apprentice one season.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not part of the of Trump's administration. Right. So anyway, okay. Now, we go. Now we're in Guns N' Roses territory here.
Okay. Oh, well, I got the gig from the crew guy of Carole King.
Yeah,
and that's how it all started.
Yeah. So how many tours did you do?
I did all the Use Your Illusion.
Were you in any of the videos like November Rain where they had like big crowds?
I played accordion in November Rain at the wedding scene.
The wedding
I was my baked potato band. They go, we need a band, so Ted, just get your guys. So I had my Chuck Kavoris playing guitar. Vinny was playing bass. I forget what the drummer's name. And then I was playing accordion. And Slash came up in the video. No, it wasn't in the video. It was like an outtake of the video, and he played guitar with us, and we did the Godfather theme, which was the start of Slash's solo records.
Really?
And we started playing the Godfather theme on the show.
Snake Pit started with a Godfather theme.
We started playing the Godfather theme and the Guns N' Roses tour. Right, we started playing it. It was a precursor to one of the songs. We would play the Godfather theme, but then that went on an album that Slash did for Robert Evans.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Something Robert Evans did.
Yeah. And, well, he had a series. It was like a cartoon.
Was it what it was?
Series on cable. Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, okay, I don't know what it was, but I remember that going.
Very cool stuff.
Move here.
Yeah, and so is this around the time when you started going on television, doing TV?
Oh, you mean?
I mean, did Guns N' Roses lead you to that, or were you doing TV stuff before then?
I think. Well, I still knew John, Stamos, and he was always saying, "Hey, man, you want to be on the show?" And that's how I started doing the TV stuff. And then
you were playing with him in a project.
Well, I knew him from the Red Onion days.
You did?
Yeah. Well, he was Blackie on General Hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's when I met him. He would just come out there because he lived out there in Woodland Hills, and he would just come to the Red Onion and hang out. And because we're Greek, whenever you meet another Greek guy,
yeah.
Hey, come over! You got to come over to my house. And
we
would go over to his house, and he had a bandstand at his house, and he had all the gear. So whenever he had parties or we wanted to just jam, we would just go over there and jam. I knew his mom, his dad.
You also play with that guitar player. What's his name? I used to play with. Long curly hair.
Long curly hair.
Yeah, I think it was Chuck Wright. Yeah, you guys had Mutt Sorum was playing with you guys.
No.
With Stamos.
Well, that was Stamos had a band, and it was a bunch of guys from the Beach Boys, a backup band.
Yeah, I know that. But
Lenny Cordola.
Lenny Cordola.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
That's curly guy. The curly hair guy. Lenny Cordola. He wrote. Me and him wrote my first record.
Really?
Yeah. He came over for like a couple of weeks to my house. He would travel up there. We'd stay over there. We would write songs.
Yeah.
It was really good, and it was really a smooth. You've heard my record.
Yeah.
And it came out really nice. We had Pat Regan, who had done some Deep Purple stuff.
Yeah.
And he did some Blackmore stuff.
Didn't he do some Madonna too, Pat Regan? I think
Pat Regan, Regan. He had a little studio off of Hollywood Boulevard there by the freeway.
Yeah, it was a keyboard player, right?
Yeah, right, that's right.
He had a band called Triumvirate or something?
Something like Sadder.
Saturn with Chuck.
Yes.
But after that, he had another group. It was like a prog rock group.
Maybe. Maybe. He was a great keyboard player. He really good engineer.
I think he played some Quiet Riot stuff, too.
I think so. Yeah. He really good engineer. And he's still doing it. He still does that side. And he's got a great ear, though, man.
Yeah.
Great. And if you've listened to my record, you hear that. And that record was done a long time ago.